So finance organizations or the finance function in most organizations are seeing several challenges in reinventing themselves. So when you look at an enterprise today, a traditional finance function is built upon several IT systems, several data sources, several versions of the truth, disparate workflows, continuous set of entities that are getting acquired or divested, combined with the change in business models. To drive the transactions, there are a large set of manual, repetitive processes that are in place in almost every enterprise. The challenge organizations are facing today in reinventing finance is how do they really elevate the function to be a trusted advisor for the business, manage risk, manage the changes in regulatory environment, manage the new emerging business models in a seamless manner as a trusted advisor to the business leaders versus being an aggregator of data or spending enormous time doing transaction processing. That's what you want to get away from, and you want to be a trusted advisor for the business. Almost all functions in an enterprise are seeing an impact because of AI and intelligent workflows. Starting with customer experience in terms of how customers experience the services of the enterprise, going into supply chain, business operations, finance, procurement, supply chain, and HR. All the functions are being disrupted given the advent of AI and intelligent workflows. If I have to describe intelligent workflows in terms of what they are versus what they are not, the way I would emphasize is intelligent workflows basically allow us to imagine completely new ways of doing things. So as a finance function or a supply chain, it completely reimagines how work gets done using completely different ways in terms of how systems of engagement are built and used on top of the enterprise systems of records to deliver a completely different experience for its users, the employees, partners, vendors, and customers. When we think about starting the journey for functional transformation and using exponential technologies like AI, automation, blockchain, and cloud, there is no better time than now to get going on this. And the reason is simple. The competitive landscape for all industries is evolving very rapidly. 90% of the enterprises believe that AI will disrupt their respective industries in the coming years. With such a significant disruption at the horizon, it is imperative that all organizations start taking steps to embrace these exponential technologies and learn about them, experiment, use them, and come up with how they will change the field of play for their respective businesses. So when we think about new ways of working and its impact on functions, critical functions like finance, there are several elements of culture, of innovation that are linked to how the talent in the organization is trained up to use exponential technologies. So bringing together agile methods, bringing together what we call DevOps for business, bringing together new ways of producing value every day, every week in a program versus 6-month, 12-month, 18-month projects that we are used to in the past is becoming more and more critical to drive continuous innovation. So reskilling the talent and acquiring talent with new skills is becoming very important. It goes beyond technology. It goes beyond intelligent workflows. So the new ways of working are critical for us to be able to create new experiences. Finance health check, which is essentially assessment of your current landscape in terms of the target operating model, in terms of process maturity, and in terms of data and how data is managed in the finance enterprise today, in the finance function today. Second step would be is to identify specific pain areas which have more and more urgency to get solved. And those could create opportunities for proof of concepts, pilots, and projects using these exponential technologies. And so that could be a good way for you to train up your teams on what the technologies have to offer and how they be relevant in solving specific problems you have.